Sound effects are extremely important. They can really impact your videos in both positive and negative manner, and that's why they must be done right. In this video, we're gonna learn the basics of sound effects and we will end up making this. If you don't wanna make the exact type of sound effects, then don't worry, because this is just an example and we are gonna learn how to use sound effects in general. So you will be learning a lot in this, and after this video you will be able to make whatever type of sound effects you wanna make. There are 4 main sound effects elements: whooshes, environmental or atmospheric, impact and build-ups. Whooshes are used to determine speed or movement. They are commonly used in transitions and whenever something moves fast. Environmental sound effects are used to add depth in your visuals. For example, if it's raining in the clip, you will add a rain sound effect. If it's fire in the clip, you will add a fire sound effect. Impacts are used for dramatic reasons or to emphasize the action, basically to enhance whatever you are trying to show. Build-ups are used to create suspense. It gives a feeling of something's gonna happen. Build-ups are also known as risers or approach, but they are all the same thing. Kind of. Now that we know the basics, let's start putting them into practice. I'm gonna use After Effects, but you can use any type of software you want to. The only difference is interface. Everything else stays the same. First of all, let me show you some basic techniques we are going to use a lot. Fade in and fade out. Press L once to open audio levels so we can make our audio louder or lower. Press L twice to open waveform so you can see when it gets loud and when it gets quiet. To make the fade in, we are gonna press L once to open audio levels, then make a keyframe and move it ahead. Then add one more keyframe and lower the volume down. To make the fade out, do the same thing but opposite. Make a keyframe and move it behind. Make another and lower it down. This is how our waveform looks. You can see the volume slowly gets loud and then it slowly gets quiet again. Now in this technique, we are gonna turn this into this. Here we are turning a slow whoosh into a fast whoosh. You're gonna do the same thing that you did before, but this time I'll do it in a different manner. Make 2 keyframes in the middle, make another at the end and lower it down. Make another at the start and lower it down again, and then adjust the keyframes to your liking. I would recommend not to change the whoosh speed a lot, rather just use a fast whoosh if you need a fast whoosh. I shot this just in case you can't find a good fast whoosh, so use it only when necessary. Now let's actually get started with sound effects. First, you need the video, which I guess you already have. Secondly, you need sound effects, which is kinda hard to find, but you don't need to worry about that because there is a free sound effects pack from AE Juice. You can find the link of that from description. I have their I Want It All bundle, which gives me 100 plus packs, including some premium sound effects packs, so I'm gonna use those as well because they are kind of better, you know. Additionally, I will be using more sound effects. Those are uploaded in my Discord server. You can find the link of that in description as well. This is the video without sound effects. Now, my approach towards sound effects is very realistic. When I look at a scene, I think, how would this scene sound like if I was standing right there? While making sound effects, what I like to do is, firstly, I will mute the music and then start to add sound effects. To decide what sound effects to use, just look at your clip. What is actively happening? What I see is the ground breaking, so I'm gonna add a ground break sound effect. I have this sound effect called ground break build-up, so I will add that. Press L twice to open the waveform so you can see when it gets loud and when it gets quiet. I'll cut the first part because I don't really need it. I only want the second part. Then put the sound effect on the part where the ground breaks. Opening waveform can really help you in this because you can technically see the sound with waveform. Good practice is to match the peak of sound and the part where the action begins. Like I put the peak of this sound effect on the part where the ground starts to break. You can also mark the peak of sound effect using the star key from numpad and then mark the part where the action begins. Then put both those marks near each other like I did here. It's another way to do it, but I don't do it like this cause ain't nobody got time for that. If you are unsure about the sound effect placement, then try moving it one frame ahead or backward and play it again and again until you are satisfied. When you're done with the sound effects, you are going to fade the music out and then cut the sound effect, because if you don't fade out the audio, then it sounds very rough and unprofessional. Kinda sounds cheap, so I prefer to do it this way. Now this tip is crucial. Always layer your sound effects. Never use a solo sound effect. The only time you are allowed to use solo sound effect is when you are working with whooshes, and still it is preferred to use multiple whooshes, but if you use single in whooshes, you can get away with that. I'm gonna add another ground break sound effects because I wanna layer the sound effect. It's called earthquake environment. Sync the sound effect. I like to put each and every sound effect in solo mode and then sync it because that gives me better precision. I'm gonna mark the start of this sound effect and then try to adjust. After some adjustment, this is how the clip sounds like. And now I'm gonna do the same fade out cut. I'm gonna add another sound effect called ground impact. And it's the same thing again. Solo the clip, sync the audio, fade out cut. While layering the sound effects, remember to lower it down because if you don't, it's gonna sound really bad. Adjust the volumes a bit. This is how it all sounds together. Now think what else is happening in the clip. I see that shutting gun effect coming on, so a shutting gun sound effect would look good here, so I'm gonna use that. Then there's this transition here, so I will add a whoosh. It's a quick transition, so I will add a fast whoosh to match the movement. I will use this whoosh from AEG Sound Effects Pro Pack. What I like about these packs is that I can just hover over the sound effects and it will play automatically. Saves a lot of time. Just click on import and it will be imported. The best way to learn something is to recreate it. I have already given you all the sound effects. I will also link the edit used in this tutorial. Go there, support the creator as well. You've got all the resources you need, just follow along. If you can't keep up with the pacing of this video or wanna see the whole process with no cuts and no editing, then the raw recording of this whole video will be uploaded on this channel. You can go check that out as well if that makes it easier for you to understand. I'm gonna add some more whooshes in this little movement because we are kind of moving forward here, but it's not too fast, so I will kind of keep the volume down. Then there's this big transition, so I'm gonna use another whoosh here and then I'm gonna add another whoosh over it, layering the sound effect. After some adjustment, this is how it sounds like. If you look at this clip, you will see there is a lot of fire in here. So for that, I'm gonna use fire sound effect. This fire sound effect is an example of environmental sound effect. First off, we have this inferno fire sound effect from our free pack, so I will use that. Then I'm gonna do some fade in, fade out so it's smooth. Then I'm gonna layer it with this fire wind type of sound effect and then some more sound effects. The audio in this sound effect is kind of too long, it's kind of too slow, so I'm gonna make it short and fast with the method I showed in the starting of this video. I'm gonna use this sword sound effect for this little slash. I don't think this sound effect should be the one here though, because there are a lot of better sound effects to use for this specific part, but I'm too lazy to find that, so we are gonna have to deal with this. You can see there are these little rock particles floating in the air, which only happens when the ground breaks. And also the action in this clip kind of feels like, you know, that this dude has broken the ground and stuff like that. So I will add a ground breaking sound effect for that just to be safe. Always remember that you are not always gonna find the type of sound effects you are looking for. I mean, they won't always be labeled as ground break or rock levitating because they are not that specific. You will need to find similar sound effects and make it work out all by yourself. Add a whoosh in this transition. then you can see that there's electricity out here as well. So I'm gonna use the electricity sound effects too, and I won't be fading out the electricity sound effect because electricity never comes in or goes out slowly. It always comes quickly. So let it come and go quick. Not like that. There is not a lot going in this scene, but it has fire in it because of this fire overlay. So I'm gonna add the fire environment sound effect and then layer it with some more. I'm gonna use the same technique in this sound effect to make it come in and go out faster. Now at the end of this clip, you can see him come towards you, and then in the next clip you see these two moving in kind of loose clothes. Their clothes are moving a lot, so for that I'm gonna add clothes sound effect because I think that would sound good. After that, you can see that this dude in white blocks an attack, so I'm gonna add a block sound effect from fighting sound effect pack. Then he's also grabbing the hand of the other person, so I will add a grab sound effect as well. Use a whoosh on the transition, and then there are these fast movements of this rod or their hand. So for that I'm gonna use quick whooshes from fighting pack. For the last and final clip, I have this impact sound effect which kind of sounds like something hitting the ground, so I will use that in this clip and then layer it with another whoosh. The way I used the impact sound effects for the clip when he hits the ground is another example that you are not always gonna find the sound effect you're looking for, so you will have to find something else and make it work out yourself, because even though it's an impact sound effect, it still works on this clip, so it is what it is. Okay, so now all that's left is build-ups. Okay, so the thing is that there are not many parts where I can use build-ups in this edit or in this visuals in this video, so like I was saving them for the last. So now I'm gonna add build-ups. The only parts where I can add build-ups is this part, add this part, and hold on, this part, right, this part, and also this part when he comes, like when he comes close to the camera, this part. Okay, so now I'm gonna add build-ups. Sure, let's take this build-up. First of all, let's hear it. Okay, so I'm gonna add this one here. Okay, so another build-up we're gonna use is in this clip. So for that I have this one. No, not this one, this one. Okay, because it's quick. Alright, so I'm gonna add that here. Press L twice and then sync. Okay, I guess that's fine. Let's hear it. Okay, it's fine, it's fine. Let's make it a bit lower because that's too loud. Too loud. Okay, that's fine. So that sounds good. Now, same thing, add another build up here. I'm gonna add this build up 3 again. Alright, I think it's fine. Okay. This is our intro, right? This part is our intro. Okay. I'm not gonna play the song again and again, or else I might get copyright. We are going to add some effects on our sound to make them sound better. Okay, so in this case we are using the audio, the music, right? So right here I'm gonna add, let me show you what I'm gonna add. Flange and chorus, whatever that is. I'm gonna add, I hope that's how you pronounce this, flange.
You are looking at Julian's pronunciation guide, where we look at how to pronounce better some of the most. But how do you say?
Just show, shut the fuck up. Just show me.
Let's learn how to pronounce this
just pronounce that shit. What the
word, which is
just pronounce that shit, dog.
the part of a song that is.
Can you just
chorus?
Chorus.
Is how it's pronounced.
Okay.
Chorus.
Chorus. Okay. Okay. So what this flange and chorus does is it will make your audio very echoish. It will make your audio very echoey, whatever that is. Okay. You get the idea, right? When I play it, it sounds like it's playing inside an empty hall. Okay, so there's that. For now, I'm gonna mute it. Okay, so now we're gonna add another effect called high-low pass. So high-low pass, I'm gonna add that. Okay, and now when I play it on default settings, it'll sound like this. I don't want that. I want to change it to low pass. So now it will sound very muffled. Okay, now I'm gonna use both of these together. So flange and chorus and high-low pass. We're gonna use them together. Okay. There's that. Okay, now what I like to do is I kind of make keyframe. So like I'll go here, click on voice separation, and then also click on cutoff frequency. Make this make this 0 and push it down to 1. You can also keep it 100 and keep this one like 1. Okay, now go to the keyframe, move them in the start. Okay, move them in the start and go to the middle, or maybe not middle, go to the end and make it like 2000 not 200, and make it 3 when you play it now. Okay, so because of these keyframes, they are gonna, the audio is gonna move, the echo is gonna move, so it kind of sounds good. Okay, you can also let's say reduce the audio of the intro, so like it sounds kind of light. I'm gonna do the kind of same thing but in this part. Okay, so I'll just go here, cut this clip from here to here. I'll cut it from here to here. Okay, now I'm gonna add high-low pass. I'm gonna also add another effect called bass and treble. Now I guess you all know what bass is. It makes your audio sound very bassy. How do I explain it? Hear it, listen to it. Okay, like it's very bassy. I don't know how to tell you, but it's bassy. Okay, you will know what I mean soon enough. So right now I'll just make it on default and enable high-low pass. Go to the low pass again. Now I'm gonna do the same thing. Make a keyframe on cutoff frequency. Press U and make the value of that like 100. Move it on the starting. Go to the middle and then make this 2000 again. And then go in the back and make it 100. Now if I play it, it's gonna sound like this. Okay, like it sounds very suddenly the audio gets very muffled and dark, and the other elements of the sound effects, they are kind of popping off. So that's why you use this effect. We are not done with this effect, by the way. I'm gonna add another keyframe. I'm gonna add this bass and treble both. Press U again, go to the middle, increase the bass, decrease the treble. Just do that. That's simple. Go to the starting again, reset, go to the end and reset. That's all. You see, just copy these settings. Okay, copy these and go to the outro again. This is the clip where the edit ends. I'm gonna cut here and then add the same effects here. Now another very important part is to adjust the volume of sound effects accordingly. Don't make the sound effect louder than the music, no matter what. The music and the sound effect should look put together. They should blend into each other. One should not be louder than the other. Because why the hell do these Trickster tutorial in 2 minute ass edits get so many views than the edits people put hours, days, months in? I have no idea how this shit works. Get these TikTok ass edits out of my face. Gun to the back of my head. If somebody asks me to say one good thing about this style, just make it quick, bro. Matter of fact, I do it myself. D.